I'll be completely honest with you. I think this game's like 4 years old. But I remember like seeing it when it came out. If I'm not mistaken, this game came out in 2017. I've never played this. Never. In my life. Never. To be honest, I had no clue that this was a horror game until I read about it. Like, not that long ago. I read about it, but I've never played it. I had no clue that this was a horror game. I thought it was, something stupid that was going on, I didn't know it was a scary game. I thought it was sort of like an anime game that big YouTubers were playing because it looked stupid. I don't know. I did not know this was a horror game until very recently. So, not gonna say this isn't my first time, but it is pretty much my first time playing it. I played it for a little bit, I think. Like, I don't remember playing it. I don't remember anything about this game, but apparently I've played this game before. Apparently I have. I don't remember playing it, but apparently I have. I don't remember, but I did apparently. I for real just repeated myself like 4 times. Anyways. No clue this was a horror game, so now that I know it's a horror game, it might be worth playing. Is my mic even unmuted? Hello, Dwight. Welcome. And also, welcome, Rosho Films. Sorry the last stream about last 2 kind of ended abruptly. The internet went down again. The usual, Is this phone all the way down? Please tell me the audio's not playing through my phone. I think it's all the way down. Should be. Yeah, it is. Alright. I better be scared by this game. My name? Should I put my real name or should I just put Mom Slayer? Big Daddy G. That's my name. Oh god, am I actually gonna have to read everything? There's no voice acting in this game. I hate reading things. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious. I cannot read. I'm tired. I've been reading all day. Like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you never see yourself making today, but it kind of works out. And we've known each other for so long. Oh, whatever. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase after me like this. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Heavy breathing, I assume. I overslept again. Yes, you did. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say, I don't like reading. I thought this game would have at least some sort of voice acting. That's mean, Big Daddy G. Big Daddy G, that's me. Well, if people are gonna stare at you for acting weird, And I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Big Daddy G, have you decided to join a club yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. That's how I actually am in real life. Like, I don't think I've ever joined a school club. Like, ever in my life, I've never joined a school club. That's a lie. I joined a business club in school. But I did it. The only reason why I did it was because I would have been the only fourth grader in the club. That's the only reason why I did it. Yeah, we're playing a game that I did not know was a horror game until just now. Apparently I've played it, but I have no recollection of playing it. I haven't been looking either. You told me you joined a club this year. Did I? Yeah, did I? I don't remember saying that. Did I? My brain don't work. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending a little free time on games and anime. You know, this is kind of hitting close to home, but except I don't really watch anime. Just mainly games and streaming. It's what I do. And I was talking about how I can't speak. I cannot speak. Is my mic muted? Okay, no, it's not. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Quarantine. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. These conversations are creepy. I kind of want to skip this. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you would try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay. Oh wait, no, she's saying that. Yay. I can't do high-pitched voices because it hurts my throat. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Because she's a girl, you know. I'm pretty sure it happens to the best of us. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Yeah, well, you're not thinking with the head on your shoulders, my guy. School day is as ordinary as ever, but it's over before you know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Don't join them. They're a waste of time. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess too. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and I realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Welcome back, Dwight. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're worse than me sometimes. I'm suppressed. I'm suppressed? What'd I try to say? I mixed two words. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me. If it's going to make you late to your own club. You don't have to wait for me, it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement. So I thought, you know what. Maybe you should get out, go home, go do whatever, go watch porn. I don't know. Go do what you do. Well, that you could come to my club. Clubs are boring. Don't join them. They're a waste of time. Sayori, yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. I hate reading. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Alright, see you in a bit. Not that I was aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club. I don't know what I'm saying. Since she was the first to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. Talking is not my thing. I hate talking and I hate reading. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made Natsuki or Natsuki. Let's say Natsuki. Natsuki made Natsuki. I don't know how to pronounce these names. Whatever. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Yeah, don't make promises you can't keep. Exactly. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sign. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings the classroom door open. Everyone, the new member is here. Told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Is there gonna be like some big orgy? Welcome to the Literature Club. Pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Well, a club with all girls is pretty boring. Big Daddy G. You know, it's me. In the flesh. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. You have terrible taste, my guy. What are you looking at? You want to say something? Say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. It must be that time of the month then. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. Guy has better vocabulary than I do. Like, if I was gonna greet someone, I'd be like, "Sup?" or like, you know, "Oh, it's nice to meet you." That's exactly what I would say. I'd say, "It's nice to meet you." Nice. It's great to see you again, Big Daddy G. Monica smiles sweetly. So, is there any other buttons? Oh God, I just skipped like half the conversations. That gets rid of the text. Okay. So don't click any bumper buttons or anything else, because that skips half the conversation. Come on, come sit down, Big Daddy G. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Chill. Uh-huh. I hate reading. It's really annoying, especially when I have to read out loud. I'm not good at it. Welcome back, Snowrake. The girls have a few desks arranged in the form of a table. As they already mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one more space next to Monika and one more space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs the wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Cupcakes, so gorgeous, no one has ever eaten a damn cupcake. I actually hate cupcakes, surprisingly or not. I highly dislike cupcakes. They're not good. I hate them. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I can't read. Alright, that's loud. No, turn that down. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute. I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her facing. Icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I made them for you. I finished the conversation before anything else even happened. I thought you technically did. Sorry, said. Well, maybe. And not for you, dummy. Alright. I have never played this game before. I've never played it. Never. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri turns to the table, carrying a... I can't read. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. How is your laptop dying? After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? No, I hate tea. Actually, tea is pretty good. I don't drink it often, because I'm not British. If I was British, I probably would drink it more. Do I have water? No, I have the most American drink there is, and that's soda. Perhaps you should get a soda maker. Alright. I guess. No, it doesn't. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should have told Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home. I really hate joining it or anything. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any other. I can't read. I hate reading. I hate life. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. weren't you a leader of the debate? Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something else something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised that there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Hi, and bye. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that are much more important. I don't know what I even said there. I'm confident that we can grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? No, no, and no. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Seems like they're being forced. Like, just a little gun to their head. Just say this or else I'll blow your brains out. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard just to find these three. There's only 3 people. Would have been only 4. Maybe that's why we're all here, so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. No, I'm just gonna talk like how I talk. Well, considering how little I've read in these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wanted to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about Yuri? Yeah. I hate talking. This is why I usually keep quiet. Because I'm not good at talking. I don't have very good social skills. My mouth don't work like how it should. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly compassionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I've walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that when she finds her comfort in the world of books, that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I read a lot of things. I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately try to grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with The Rock. Really? I wouldn't expect that, Yuri. Someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. I don't like reading, it's boring. Natsuki's eyes dart over for me for a split second. Never mind. I don't like reading. Why don't you share some of them sometime? Sometime. Not a very confident writer yet. Sharing Sharing that level of writing just takes much more just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing one to one side. I don't read. I hate reading. I didn't know this game would require reading. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Is there like an auto thing I could put on this? Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. This music though slaps. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Too bad. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Question mark. Why did I say question mark like it actually matters what I say? Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Next time we meet, we'll all share a poem with each other. That way, everyone is even. Let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Big Daddy G? Hold on, there's still one problem. Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made the decision. I still have other clubs to look at. You all non-defenseless. Maybe you should just be not doing this. You put yourself in a situation, buddy. Now you gotta get out of it. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Thanks, I guess. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Big Daddy G, I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing how you can express yourself. Or how you express yourself. Whatever, I'm not gonna correct myself. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Big Daddy G, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? No, I hate walking home. I ride bikes. Bikes are fun. They're quick, too. That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore since she always stays after school for clubs. I don't know what I said there. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have to change to I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will come to find me. And I guess it starts with writing tonight's poem. Time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Sticky. Romance. Nightgown. This is Jumpy. Uh, Rose. Kiss. Anime. Death. Email. Lollipop. Doki Doki. Fireworks. Ribbon. Massacre. Marshmallow. Strawberry. Contamination. Boop. Dark. Vertigo. Who jumped more? I don't know who jumped more. I was just clicking random letters or words that I saw. Hi again, Big Daddy G. That's me. Don't wear it out. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Ugh. Thanks for keeping your promise, Big Daddy G. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature is not when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. I don't know why I said it like that. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Is it? Let's see. Hey Siri, what's the definition of literature?
Literature means written works, especially those considered superior or lasting artistic merit.
I don't know if that's true, but no. Can't defy the internet. The internet's always right. Remember that. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Big Daddy G just always wants to gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work, even without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's your own room. That's because your own mood. Bleh. I cannot read. It's like 9 o'clock. I shouldn't be reading. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost on fire once. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Big Daddy G can become good friends too. It's possible. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she has put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Me? I don't accept gifts from people. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it really wasn't. What do I do? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Oh, here. Yuri reaches to her bags and pull out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it might keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This girl is accidentally being so cute. No, that's not being cute. You just have weird tastes, my guy. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. You. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think of it. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an aspirated sigh. I don't know. I don't know vocabulary. Sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. That's your biggest mistake. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Yeah, sometimes. Monica. I keep wanting to say Monica. Manga is one of those things where you can't really admit you're into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know anyways? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's written all over your face. And what's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume manga amidst stacks of various books on the side of me. On the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches the book out of my hand. Then she turns the box of manga, slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feeling. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls. A series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's way out of my demographic. Or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glasses on the door. She points to the classroom door. I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Big Daddy G. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's not from the Literature Club. That's a saying someone said a long time ago. And schools like to, or teachers like to tell you that when you're in like the library in 2nd grade trying to check out a book. They say don't judge a book by its cover. I don't know who made up the thing, but someone did. That doesn't come from the Literature Club. Like it matters, you can't even hear me. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. I don't just stand there. Wah. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Chairs wouldn't work. We can't all read at the same time like that. Why is that? Well, I guess it's easier for us to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Well, this is already a weird situation. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting close to her, sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particular bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then. Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be plot? Well, obviously. What? My mom just walked in. That's incredible. I turned off the volume. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have plot? I mean, well, I guess I'd know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is just about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But it just helps you to get to know the characters, and besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kind of drama. Like when they get to their backstories, some kind of romance starts to happen. And that's what really makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. What's that supposed to mean? Ooh ah. Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess. But is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does it matter? It doesn't. I was just being curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like, I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all the hobbies I've picked up from manga, that's all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh god, that's just incredible. I hope someone doesn't walk in right now. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you are just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince one of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Question mark. You don't. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Even if I bring it up without them being all like... Can't even bring it up without even being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. You should. I've done it to a friend and he doesn't talk to me anymore. I don't even know if we're friends. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find a friend who wouldn't judge. Such less friends who are also into it. Also, I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Oh, that's pretty. Wait, which part? Uh-huh. I feel like I couldn't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe in here in this club. Except Monica kind of being a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? You win some, you lose some. Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. At least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. One of the panels. Minori is one of my favorite characters. You can always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express it in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And probably being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are y'all ready with today's poems? Sorry. I don't care. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using any of my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. If it gets bent, I'll kill you. But tomorrow... I've only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's an unnecessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what happens if I don't finish it? Alright then. I returned to where I put my stuff and carefully slipped the book in my bag. By the way, you did remember to write the poem last night, right? Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I actually agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that's everybody. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share this with? I can't wait. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Monica and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh, my throat hurts from reading. I really hate reading. This game's not really fun. No, don't spoil anything. I never played this game. It's tiring. I'm tired. Who do I share it to? Yuri? Yuri says the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my words into thoughts. My thoughts into words, not the other way around. Hold on. That's your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that I might find it. I guess that it might be after reading it, though. is, I think the plus. I think it's DDLC plus. So it's bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I think it's plus. I'm not really too sure. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes, but we haven't really gotten anywhere. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. My mom just walked in. She didn't question it at all. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their own style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both of the styles and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's really her demeanor that totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even for a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and by learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased. What? I'm not even saying words. Never mind. I shouldn't really be talking about other people like that. So it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? I'd love to. Okay, let's read this poem. Oh god, it's in cursive. I don't read cursive. I'm gonna fail at this. The ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate behind the amber glows, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last one yet to be replaced by sicking blue-green hue of the future, by the sickening. I bathe, calm, breathing air. I can't read cursive. Yeah, your cursive is way better than mine. I don't write cursive, in case you couldn't tell that. What time is it? I actually gotta end stream soon because I got stuff to do tomorrow. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm glad you like it. I'll be honest. It's our first time saying I want something more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Who? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Big Daddy G. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express themselves and express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. The lingering of her last remaining comfort, unable to let go of the past. You're kind of creeping me out. Your words, very confusing, and soon to be left with nothing. There's a bit more soul on putting it that way. I had even thought of that. It's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Wrong button. Maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. That's your biggest mistake right there. Go Sayori. Let's see what Sayori says. This is a really good poem, Big Daddy G. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy that... okay, can we just skip this? I don't like reading dialogue. Does dialogue even... Let's read this quick. When does this game get interesting? This is like really boring. Glancing around the room, maybe a little more stressful than I anticipated. Hold on, I'm gonna unplug my mic. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. I land my eye on Yuri. Uh-huh. Are they gonna fight or something? They're fighting. I don't know what happened, but this is all boring. Can I just get this done with? Oh, we're here again. Sensation, fireworks, inferno, daydream, anger, wonderful, time, tears, graveyard, fluffy, swimsuit, pout, poof, marriage, doki doki, I don't know, bouncy, papa, sugar, lust. Ooh. I'm gonna save here though. I really should be getting into bed. This is the plus. I was right. This is plus. Yeah. Alright, well I'm gonna end it there. Not even though not a lot of people shut up because I don't know why. But anyways, appreciate you guys for coming out to the stream. I love y'all as always. Keep chilling and